for this shoot. Ready. So it just got really sunny out of nowhere, so I'm going to have to wait like another hour so that way the twilight lighting can set in and I'll be able to go outside again. So just waiting now. Figured that while I wait for the sun to set a little bit more, I'm going to take some indoors photography, and I sort of have an idea. It's also slightly inspired by, sorry, I'm just grabbing my stuff. It's also sort of inspired by one of the conceptual photography accounts that I follow on Instagram called Fetching Tigers. I can link it below or whatever. But yeah, I'm going into my brother's room for this. He doesn't know, he's off on a run because it's sunny outside. And yeah, you guys can watch the process. Just gonna turn on the camera. Okay, and then that is the Wi-Fi that's under my camera. It says that it's been connected. Then I just go into this app right here and it should be connecting. Then I just tap on live via, and the monitor here should be matching the one right here. Okay, actually I think I might change my camera lens. Okay, here it is. Great. I have to like reconnect everything. But I guess while I switch out these lenses, I can show you guys the type of lens that I have. So here is my Sigma 30mm 1.4 lens. This is the contemporary version. And then this was the first lens that I got with my camera body. Originally, whenever people asked me like, oh, what kind of camera did you buy? I just bought it off of eBay, just the camera body, because I don't really like kit lens too much. And I never really used them anyway. That was a situation with my first camera that I got many years ago, which is the Nikon D3200. That one was a pretty good camera too. Yeah, I never really used the kit lens. I just bought myself a 50mm with that first camera, and then I completely abandoned the kit lens after that. So yeah, when buying a camera, I recommend just buying the body because it takes away a few hundred away from the price of the whole thing, and then you just buy yourself I recommend like a 50mm. That's like a staple lens for many photographers. And then just, yeah, any other lens that fits your needs. For me, what I wanted was something with a shallow aperture, and I wanted to be able to record a lot of film with it for whenever I went traveling. So that's why when I first got my Panasonic Lumix, I got the 20mm f1.7. It's a pancake lens. See, it's pretty thin. Okay, don't focus. But yeah, then afterwards I got myself one of these because the 50mm lens are very good for portraits because it creates that creamy type of depth of focus for when you want to take nice portraits. Hi. Can I use your room? Thank you. just take pictures of the surrounding area. And that about sums it all. I can now let my brother enter his own room. They don't really take a long time often, and one of my pet peeves is wasting time, which is awful. That's why I feel like a piece of shit all the time. I really don't like to take longer than necessary. I try to do everything as fast as I can, but still trying to retain the same quality as if I did it for much longer. I think I can go outdoors now because it is now 6:41 and the sun is officially setting. God, the camera's rough. This
to right before you walk out the alley, and she turned and gave me a kiss on my lips, and I let go of my hand and ran into like fucking recess, and I was like, yo.
I am literally this giraffe right now. What's up? All right. Fuck it. Okay, so I can't really get straight to editing because I'm currently exporting something, and if I do literally anything else on my computer meanwhile, then everything's just super slow. So I thought I might as well just take some time and talk a little bit. So this is something along the lines of taking time for yourself, even though it's like taking time off for yourself is a great thing, especially when you just have way too much going on and you obviously need to prioritize yourself over everything else. Things like school that sort of demand to be of the utmost priority. But I feel like even though taking time off is a good thing, it's also so difficult to just get straight back into the same stream of creativity, because creativity is like a muscle, and after not going to the gym for so long, it's just I can't just jump straight back to trying to run like 5 miles in one go. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say out of this. I guess I just wanted to say, after being able to be consistent with, you know, taking pictures every day or every other day, editing all the time, and writing often, but after not doing it for so long, it's like you not just only become rusty when you get back, but you very much lose the creative habit that would help you become not rusty anymore. God, I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. I guess what I'm just going at is it really sucks sometimes, you know. I'm really hard on myself. It's kind of late at night now, and I just wanted to touch up on something that I had said, because I didn't really want to end it on like, oh, it just sucks. Along with that feeling of I feel people can get when they're feeling in down lows would be like not just self-criticism, but just always questioning yourself. And I feel like even if you're actually good enough, everyone's good enough, and it just varies from person to person to what extent. But I always felt like with me, like I have this certain degree of idealism and pessimism. So my idealism comes in waves of like hope and believing that what you deserve will come to you, whether that is good or bad. But in the sense of hope, I mean that in a good way, where it's like if you've been working hard, then you will get to where you want to be. But then those bouts of pure self, you know, criticism and pessimism just come in, and I just start to think like, am I actually good enough to get to where I want to be? Is my art good enough? And if it's not good enough, then like, am I good enough? And it's sort of hard to distinguish my work with myself, like, because you can't really trust your own judgment of yourself at times, especially when you're in the down lows. You know, like I had said before, you kind of start to subconsciously rely on other people's judgments, and in that you validate yourself. When I hear that my artwork is great and the things that I do is great and I am great and stuff, because I can't shut out that self-critic inside of me, I start to think, wait, if I am good enough, then why have I not reached somewhere yet? Why am I not in the place that I want to be? Why am I still so small? It's like, the thing is that when opportunities do come my way and I see this steady growth pointing in the right direction, I end up becoming the thing that hinders myself from actually progressing in the direction that I want to grow in. My own thoughts get in the way, my own self-criticism. When things are starting to be good, I just end up getting so deep into that bell jar of thoughts that can constantly bounce against each other, not really escaping or fusing into the outside. One thing leads to another, and before I know it, I shut out the opportunities that I had been working hard for. And then those opportunities go, and then once I leave that mental room, I think, okay, I'm gonna need to work harder, and I am back and I'm ready. And then, you know, I'm working hard, and then I'm like, why am I not going anywhere? Like, why am I not getting anywhere with this? I'm just throwing out my work and it's just floating around in the void, because I realized like the opportunities that did come my way, I had voluntarily let go of, because I had shut myself off from that in the first place, thinking that this was a healthy break from the constant work. So it's like a circle of things. I think my points in just sharing this isn't just to like vents or for it to be cathartic. I just want or hope that someone can relate and maybe we can just float through things together. I think that's really it. Thank you for listening, and thank you for just sitting through and being here.